The Dean J. Television Show. Hosted by Dean Robinson. And now, Dean Robinson. December is that month of the year when families celebrate the American consumer Christmas season with video game consoles and branded fashion goods serving as gift-wrapped baby Jesus surrogates. In Fort Wayne, Indiana, we get to remember the Yahree Cavin Winter Solstice Sleigh Ride, established by the fatal, government-approved shooting and electrocution event conducted by the Fort Wayne Police Department on Monday, December 20th, 2010. 23-year-old Yahree J. Cavin was pronounced dead at Parkview Hospital. You know, the sponsors of Parkview Field and the Fort Wayne Tin Caps baseball on Tuesday, December 21, 2010, which just happens to be the northern winter solstice and the southern summer solstice. And it just so happens that on the particular Tuesday, December 21, 2010, winter solstice, marking Yahree Cavin's death, there was a total lunar eclipse starting at 1:33 a.m., approximately 12 hours after Cavin was fatally shot and electrocuted by Fort Wayne police. Now, people, I am not saying that the Fort Wayne Police Department fatally wounded Yahree Cavin on a Monday, Moon Day, as part of some pre-winter solstice ritual sacrifice to an American moon goddess like Ka'atakilla or Mama Killa or Chia, Chia. Maybe get your Scooby-Doo Chia on, people. SpongeBob Chia. And people, I am not saying that Yahree Cavin's death on Tuesday, has anything to do with some sacrifice to Mars, the god of war. No. People, I am not saying that the Yahree J. Cavin death on December 21, 2010 has anything to do with the total lunar eclipse occurring that same day. A total lunar eclipse the world has not seen since the year 1638 and will not see again until the year 2094. So let's move away from what is not being said to what has been reported. When you go to the Journal-Gazette, the News Sentinel, Indiana's News Center, Wayne TV online, where you're going to find generally the same story in many regards. So it's going to be, according to these various news reports, 23-year-old Yahree J. Cavin was shot to death by Sergeant Mark DeLiesel while being electrocuted by Officer Chuck Volt of the Fort Wayne Police Department. Wayne TV says the incident began after officers were called to 2020 South Harrison Street around 12:40 p.m. on Monday, December 20, 2010, after nearby construction workers reported a man who lived in the building confronted them with a gun. When officers arrived at the location, the workers directed them to a duplex at 2020 South Harrison and told them the man had gone inside one of the homes. Now, when you go to Indiana's News Center, they're going to let you know that at 1:41 p.m. on Monday, December 20, 2010, at 1:41 p.m., Fort Wayne Police Chief Rusty York tells Indiana's News Center that when police approached the house, the suspect, Yahree Cavin, opened the door and refused to show his hands or put down his weapon. He then pointed the gun at police. Wayne TV says, police say Cavin answered the door holding a gun down at his side. They say he ignored repeated commands to show his hands and ignored repeated commands to put his weapon down. Police say Cavin raised the weapon in the direction of the officers. That's when DeLiesel fired a single gunshot, striking and disarming him. Cavin was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but died a short time later. Yahree Cavin was pronounced dead at Parkview Hospital, the sponsors of Parkview Field and Fort Wayne Tin Caps baseball. Yahree Cavin was shot and electrocuted at home on Monday, December 20th, 2010. Yahree Cavin died at Parkview Hospital on Tuesday, December 21st, 2010. Winter solstice with a total eclipse of the heart, people. That's what's going on. And so these cops, DeLiesel, well, he just gets away with it. He just gets away with it. And so you have to go to the Fort Wayne media in March of 2011, and you're going to find out, well, these the officer in this shooting, Mark DeLiesel, who shot Yahree Cavin to death, well, he was cleared in the shooting. Cleared. And so you go to the Journal-Gazette, officer cleared in shooting. Victim killed in December had wielded fake gun, just a fake gun, replica. But Rebecca S. Green of the Journal-Gazette letting you know that Allen County prosecutor Karen Richards will not file charges in the December 2010 shooting of Yahree Cavin by Fort Wayne police officers. No charges, nothing. And so they're going to say Yahree Cavin raised a replica gun made to look like a semi-automatic handgun at the police, according to police. And so when 5 officers, including a supervisor, arrived to talk to Cavin, he answered the door holding a fake gun and refused to put it down. When he raised the gun at officers, the gun he refused to put down, well, according to the police, when Yahree Cavin raised the gun he refused to put down, Officer Chuck Volz shot Yahree Cavin with a taser. He tased the guy. He just electrocuted him. And while Chuck Volz is electrocuting Yahree Cavin, Sergeant Mark DeLiesel shot him with his gun. Rebecca S. Green and the Journal-Gazette let you know that on March 23rd, 2011, after these cops are cleared in the shooting. But there's another twist that Rebecca S. Green lets you know from the Journal-Gazette. Okay? In 2008, Yahree Cavin sued the city of Chicago and a number of Chicago police officers alleging violations of his constitutional rights. According to court documents filed in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Illinois, Yahree Cavin was eating at a McDonald's restaurant in November 2005 when it was robbed. While the employees were ordered into the back office, Cavin remained in the front, where he remained until police arrived. Cavin alleged that when he tried to tell police what he had witnessed, they instead arrested him for armed robbery in spite of the pleas of the employees that he was not the person who robbed them, according to court documents. The robber was never caught, but a then 18-year-old Cavin was detained for 2 years for the crime until the Illinois State's attorney dismissed the charges against him. While in jail for 2 years for a crime he didn't commit, Yahree Cavin contracted tuberculosis and missed the last half of his senior year in high school, according to court documents. Yahree Cavin was in the middle of a lawsuit against the city of Chicago and the police of Chicago for falsely arresting him and imprisoning him for 2 years for a crime even the Illinois State Attorney said he did not commit. So while Yahree Cavin is suing the city of Chicago and these Chicago cops, well, that's when DeLiesel and Volz shoot and electrocute this man. And so the Journal-Gazette letting you know this, but Whoa AM, they don't want you to know this. Wayne TV, they've not reported this. Indiana's News Center is not reporting that Yahree Cavin was suing the city of Chicago and the Chicago cops when the Fort Wayne police killed Yahree Cavin. These people want you to believe that Yahree Cavin, a guy suing the city of Chicago and the cops, would come to the door in Fort Wayne with a toy gun to face these police. Yahree Cavin knows these guys aren't playing, but Indiana's News Center and Wayne TV and Whoa, they just want you to believe that 23-year-old Yahree Cavin is just a dumb brother with a toy gun. Just a fool capping off with a toy gun. They want you to believe that. Don't believe it, people. Now, you got to understand that now, according to the Journal-Gazette and Rebecca S. Green, well, the city officer who shot Yahree Cavin, well, he's being sued. He's being sued. A Chicago woman has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the city of Fort Wayne and a police officer in connection with the December 2010 shooting of Yahree Cavin. That's right, people. You've got Alana Jones, the mother of Cavin's son, and the woman who witnessed the police electrocution and shooting of Yahree Cavin. So Alana Jones, well, she filed a lawsuit in Allen Superior Court. And Alana Jones paints a different picture of the shooting. Alana Jones says Cavin returned from a trip to the mailbox, walked into his apartment, and locked the door. Shortly after he came inside the apartment, DeLiesel came to the door of the apartment, and after Cavin partly opened the door, Mark DeLiesel came inside with the other police officers, according to court documents. According to the lawsuit, Mark DeLiesel and the other officers ordered Cavin to face the wall. Another officer asked him whether he had a gun. Cavin said he had a toy gun in his pocket. Alana Jones alleges that as Cavin was handing the gun to the officers and she and Cavin were explaining that it was not a real gun, the officer shot him with a taser, according to court documents. During the 5 seconds of the taser deployment, Sergeant Mark DeLiesel shot Yahree Cavin in the back, according to court documents. The Fort Wayne Police Department has declined to comment. So police cutie Raquel Foster, who's normally out here making this death and mayhem more palatable with her prettiness, well, she won't talk about Cavin being backed up against a wall, electrocuted, and shot in the back by Mark DeLiesel. Alana Jones is a very brave woman, a courageous woman. After Yahree Cavin was killed, electrocuted, and shot to death by Mark DeLiesel and Chuck Volz, Alana Jones was substituted as a plaintiff in Cavin's case against the city of Chicago and the Chicago police, who arrested him and imprisoned him for 2 years for no reason. But in May 2011, a federal judge ruled in favor of the city of Chicago and the officers. The judge found no evidence of a conspiracy to keep Cavin unjustly confined, nor did the judge find Cavin's constitutional right to due process was violated, according to court documents. In August 2011, Cavin's estate, through Alana Jones, was ordered to pay $3,504.88 in cost to the defendants in that case. Are you getting this, people? So Alana Jones already had to endure the Chicago police locking up her man for 2 years for no reason, and then after the Fort Wayne police killed this man for a toy gun, well, then Alana Jones has to pay the city of Chicago and these cops $3,500 for their trouble. Are you getting this, people? Alana Jones is a courageous person for attempting to hold these Fort Wayne police officers responsible, accountable for killing an innocent man. The Chicago police and the Fort Wayne police should make sure that Alana Jones remains safe. The city of Chicago police and the city of Fort Wayne police should make sure that Alana Jones is protected. They should make sure of that. In my case, I already feel safe with these police just roaming around my house. It's going to be on Saturday, December 15th in the evening. Well, one of these Fort Wayne police officers show up at my house wanting to know if I'm okay. And I tell them I'm fine. And then this police officer tells me that there was a 911 call from my backyard. So I'm wondering if my tool shed or if my wheelbarrow called 911. And so the officer lets me know that he already went and searched my backyard without my permission, but just wanted to make sure that everything was okay. And so when I tell this cop that, hey, I didn't call 911, he says, well, it must just be the cell phone tower. So that's just the city of Fort Wayne police keeping Dean Robinson safe, because I have no reason to believe that they did anything silly like plant evidence in my backyard or on my property. No reason to believe that. I don't know what makes Mayor Henry or Police Chief Rusty York think that these Chicago cops and Rahm Emanuel are going to do them any favors anytime soon. I don't know why they think that. Now, the funny thing about these Fort Wayne cops, well, they know that they're better off just leaving Dean Robinson right where he is. Bothering Dean Robinson, not a good idea. And they know that displacing Dean Robinson Also not a good idea, because if I'm not in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Dean Robinson will be everywhere. Besides, people, in our wildest fantasy, the Fort Wayne police can't take out Dean Robinson like they did Yahree Cavin, not even for the city of Chicago. Because NASA says there's not going to be another total lunar eclipse on the winter solstice until the year 2094. It's an alien, maybe not Homo sapien. How do you know it's true? The sheriff done told the news. The president's an alien, maybe not Homo sapien. How do you know it's true? The sheriff done made the news. Sheriff Joe Arpaio hates everything from Mexico. All light brown people have to go, 'cause Sheriff Joe done told you so. Illegal people, can't you see? Your mere existence is killing me. All taco eaters have to leave, 'cause Sheriff Joe is showing teeth. The president's an alien, maybe not Homo sapien. How do you know it's true? The sheriff done told the news. The president's an alien, maybe not Homo sapien. How do you know it's true? The sheriff done made the news. Sex crime happens, no big deal. Call Sheriff Joe and get the heel. The only thing this man can feel is a pain he really never wants to heal. The British say this land is mine, 'cause Washington and friends are fine. Killed native tribes all down the line, enslaving black people and all their kind. The president's an alien, maybe not Homo sapien. How do you know it's true? The sheriff done told the news. The president's an alien, maybe not Homo sapien. How do you know it's true? The sheriff done made the news. Joe says Obama comes from afar. The brother may as well have come from Mars. So he's eating cars, he's eating bars. Barack Obama from the planet Mars or Africa is just as bad. If he was from Great Britain, we'd all be glad. But as it is, we're all just mad. By Sheriff Joe, we've all been had. The president's an alien, maybe not Homo sapien. How do you know it's true? The sheriff done told the news. The president's an alien, maybe not Homo sapien. How do you know it's true? The sheriff done made the news. The president's an alien, maybe not Homo sapien. The president's an alien, maybe not Homo sapien. The sheriff done made the news. Got to tell you The Dean J. Television Show. Hosted by Dean Robinson. And now, Dean Robinson.
Oh, he's violent. He's violent. He's going to be going out. He's going to kill everybody. Look how he's talking. Look how he acting. Look at... Woo! Woo! He that have a purse, let him take it.
There's no such thing as a purse for a man.
He that have a purse, let him take it.
There's no such thing as a purse for a man.
He that have a purse, let him take it.
Brother, if they're making purses for men, I need to stay right where I'm at just so I can keep my sanity.
That is just retarded. Woo! Literally retarded. Woo!
Television can't compete with YouTube because television can't capture the unbridled information and insanity of the internet. The world's most fascinating and funniest people are uploading millions of videos of themselves to YouTube every day. Pastor Charles Dowell Jr. of the Straightway Church is emerging as a true YouTube superstar of internet evangelism. Like most internet superstars, Pastor Dowell loves talking about predictions and hates taking criticism on his commentary. Perhaps due to the sheer volume of his YouTube output, Pastor Dowell sometimes seems to forget what he's talking about. Now, Pastor Dowell recently vented his amazed disgust towards handbags for men. Just don't call it a purse.
Sister Cindy was expressing to me how that when she went to town, she went into this store, and of course, you know, this store had a bunch of Coach products. You know, Coach products. I'm like, what do you mean Coach products? Because a coach to me, football coach, basketball coach, baseball coach, track coach. She says, well, I went in the store and I noticed that they had a handbag section for men. I said, you mean this Coach product has purses for men? She says, yeah, purses for men, Pastor. I said, there's no such thing as a purse for a man. There's no such thing as a purse for a man. There's no such thing as a purse for a man.
In August of 2012, Pastor Dowell says there is no such thing as a purse for a man, except on February 24th, 2011, while Pastor Dowell reads from the Gospel of Luke from this Holy Bible, Luke chapter 22.
Verse 35 of Luke 22. And he said unto them, when I sent you without purse, and scrip, and shoes, lack ye anything? And they said, nothing. We didn't lack anything. And that's when Christ sent them out. All right? Luke 22, verse 36. And he said unto them, but now, he that have a purse, let him take it.
There's no such thing as a purse for a man.
That is just retarded. Literally retarded.
Pastor Charles Dowell Jr. cannot make the connection between men carrying purses, even though Jesus talks about his disciples carrying purses. In the Luke chapter 22 passage, Pastor Dowell reads out loud online. So what does Pastor Dowell connect to the words of Jesus in Luke chapter 22? Well, look no further than angrywhiteboy.org. Angry White Boy is a right-wing blog published from Fort Wayne, Indiana. In response to the so-called Dark Knight Rises Bat Massacre at a movie theater in Aurora, Colorado, Angry White Boy contributor Ransom issues a post that says, Common Sense Rising, with a front page below that headline from the New York Post, with its own headline talking about gun sales surging in the wake of the Dark Knight shooting. So below the page, Ransom posts a similar version of the words of Jesus from Luke chapter 22, talking about a purse and a bag and swords for guns. Pastor Dowell is on the exact same page with Ransom and Angry White Boy when it comes to guns and gods.
He that have a purse, let him take it, and likewise his scrip. And then all of a sudden, Christ says this, and he that have no sword. So Christ said, if you have no sword, did you hear that? No sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. In other words, if you did not have a sword, sell your garment and go buy one. At that time in Jerusalem, when Christ was there, there was no such thing as a 45 ACP. There was no such thing. You see, I think you're getting the picture, but at that time, there was no such thing as the AR and the 45. So today, this would be considered the modern day sword because they didn't have these in the times of the Romans. Now think about this for a moment. Here's Christ, the disciples of Christ. And here's Christ, the Messiah, teaching. And he said unto them, but now, he that have a purse, let him take it.
There's no such thing as a purse for a man.
He that have a purse, let him take it.
There's no such thing as a purse for a man.
That is just retarded.
Pastor Dowell is on the exact same page with Ransom and Angry White Boy when it comes to guns and gods. Pastor Dowell can lead whichever way he wants, but his flock can only follow one way, the straight way. It's the straight way or the highway. Just like all contemporary internet prophets, Pastor Dowell loves silver. Pastor Dowell will keep it real and alternately really silly. And that's the truth. Straight way.
Look how he talking. Look how he acting. Look how he talking. Look how he acting. Look how he talking. Look how he acting. Ideologies and theologies, philosophies. It does crazy things to your mind. Look how he talking. Look how he acting. Woo!
I'm ready to go join WikiLeaks.